Hey Instagram family, it's Maha here, and I have decided to come on today to speak about menopause through the lens of having a late natural pregnancy, birth, and breastfeeding. Natural physiological birth and breastfeeding with a natural conception, because there is so much information that women are being told about breastfeeding and menopause and birth that I think I should come on. I'm the founder of Embody Birth for the last 30 years. I'm now 63 years of age. I have never taken any hormone replacement. So I think my voice needs to come into the narrative. I have spoken online through messages and texting to these hormonal doctors who are pushing HRT and BHRT, and I'm asking them, what about women who have had natural conception later in life, meaning in our 40s, who've had natural births and who have breastfed? What are the implications for menopause for those women? And never ever do I receive any answer. So I think I need to speak up on my own terms for those women, and there are many of us who get pregnant naturally over 40, 42, 44, 46, birth at 46 like myself. Okay, it may not be a lot of us, but we are part of the demographic of menopause as well, but we are never spoken for. So my question is, if we go through natural conception and a natural birth and we have breastfed, how then do we arrive at menopause? How are we protected through the menopausal journey? And I want to say that I breast nurtured my daughter till I was 54 and a half, a year post-menopause. And that becomes breast nurturing, not just breastfeeding. But what implications did that have in my body? And I would like to share that my perimenopause, yes, I went through some challenges, but I really do believe that my natural birth and that I was breastfeeding through perimenopause protected me in many ways from having a terrible time during perimenopause. And of course, it would have been the hormones and the oxytocin and the closeness with my daughter and having birthed naturally without intervention. And I do believe that it's very, very important that we look at these women and we share our stories. In fact, I stood up from 2012 to 2016 for natural term breastfeeding. For when I was breastfeeding my daughter, I was 49 till I was 53. And I stood up in the world promoting and advocating for long-term or natural term breastfeeding for the health of the mother as well as the child. And now there has been a study that came out of Ireland that women who breastfeed and breastfeed for a longer time are protected, their bones and their health and their hormonal health is protected. So I think that it's important that we start to incorporate this narrative so women know that a late-term pregnancy, natural conception, is possible, and that we can go through our menopause from this self-referenced autonomous place where the body intelligence knows what it is doing through menopause. Now, as I mentioned, I'm 63. I've never taken anything. This is me, 100% natural, except I do use a shampoo for my hair that just colors my hair a little bit. It's just a natural shampoo. But I have not taken anything else. Now, I am very, very vigilant about what I eat, what I consume, who I associate with, where I say yes and no, how I look after myself through this transition. I am now 10 years post-menopause in March. So I have managed to, through looking after my health, and when I talk about my health, I'm talking about inflammation, the microbiome, the adrenals, yeah, and that's the physical side, and of course the emotional side as well. I've just come out of being lectin-free for 5 years, so I ate no grains, I ate no lectin fruit or vegetables, I've drunk water, I've had electrolytes, I've looked after my adrenals where possible, and I still have a 17-year-old. So I'm still in the teenage world. And I have been through challenges, as we all do. But I don't believe this narrative that menopause is the end of your life, that you must take hormones or you will have dementia and bone loss and all of these things, because it's not just the menopause and the hormones. There are many systems within the body that we have to care for. And that is what I'm interested in. And how breastfeeding and natural birth, for those who've just come on, protects us through the menopause journey. So I believe that that narrative is lacking and missing, and we need to inspire women that it's also possible to get pregnant through your perimenopause. Your hormones in perimenopause will be up and down, up and down. So if you go and get your blood tested or your saliva tested, it will show something today, but something different tomorrow and next week, because you're going through the transition. Imagine it like the valleys and rivers that you are journeying through, and you're transitioning. So I talk a lot about sacred menopause, the psychosomatic aspect, as well as the physical aspect. You are going on a journey through the landscape of your body, your heart, your soul, your emotional, your energetic body. And if you do have a late baby, and it is a naturally conceived late baby, and a naturally birthed late baby, and a breastfed late baby, yeah, these will be protective through the menopause time. So I want to encourage you to not get hypnotized, yeah, by this narrative that is coming down hard on very young women as well. Women in their 20s and 30s who are getting bloods tested. And I'm not saying that you don't go and get hormones, or you don't go and get synthetic hormones or wild yam cream or pills or potions or any of that, but do your research. And the best research that we have is within our own body. As I say to my 17-year-old daughter, your body is always speaking to you. Are you listening? What you eat, what you think, what you look at, what you experience, the body will, the biofeedback of the body will speak to you, and it will say distinctly, yes, no, or I don't know. Are we listening? So we need young girls to listen to their body speak, and then transition from that place first and foremost as the foundation. And as I say in Embodied Birth, the expert lives within you. The doctor doesn't live in your body. The midwife doesn't live in your body. Your partner doesn't live in your body. Yeah, your mother-in-law doesn't live in your body. You do. Are you listening as a foundational basis? So there are so many aspects to this conversation on menopause, and all I can see is that the pathologizing of the woman's body was bad enough in birth, but now it has escalated into menopause. So just be very aware of what's that tsunami that is coming down on you. Keep listening to your body. Look toward women who have inspired you, women who've actually walked the talk. And that's why a lot of people really love my work, because I had a baby at home at 46. I breastfed her 8.5 years. I went through the transition from perimenopause to menopause, 1 year post-menopause, still breast nurturing. And so I live to tell the story of what a healthy body can look like. And a lot of people say to me, it's your genetics. I'm Palestinian Lebanese. Yes, There is an aspect of that. But if I drunk and I smoked and I ate processed foods and processed sugar and didn't take care of myself, I don't know that my genetics would have kept me in good stead. And that doesn't mean I haven't had challenges. I have had challenges. And having a teenage daughter in my 60s, yes, that's a challenge. She's my third, but still, there's a lot that I have to go through and stay stable and steady and healthy as I walk that path with her. So, we don't get off scot-free. I don't think many women do. But there is a lot to be said for how we arrive at menopause. And this is a workshop I'm working on at the moment on awakened menopause, a sacred view of menopause. And one of the big things that I talk about is, how are you arriving at menopause? Very important consideration. And we all arrive from different pathways. Yeah? But when we look out at menopause, it's just that one umbrella, and women start to panic and get worried. But remember, every woman's individual story and body experience will make the experience of menopause different for every woman. So that's what I wanted to come on and share with you all today. I've kind of, as I do, go and through different twists and pathways when I share, but definitely conceiving naturally, birthing naturally, feeding your baby naturally needs to be part of the narrative, and how that can positively affect your menopause. For those that have just joined, I'm 63 years of age. I've never taken any hormonal replacement. I have done the natural path of birthing children, conceiving children, and breastfeeding. 12 and a half years of breastfeeding. That is protective, not only for our babies, but for us as women. And menopause is a very big transition. It's a huge change. And I think what we're doing is we're interfering too quickly into that change. We're not allowing ourselves to experience the whole transition and listen to our body. Our body will speak. You are the expert of your body first and foremost, as I said before. So I want you to remember that, and I will come and have a chat again at another time. And I want to be inspiring for women. I don't want to be an influencer. I want to be a disruptor and an inspiration to women as you transition through all of these beautiful rites of passages. And no rite of passage comes easily. If you want to find that diamond, that wisdom, you have to go through the hard yards. There's no pill or potion that will shield you from the hard times, but it's the hard times that bring you into your power as a woman. Yeah? So listen to your womanly wisdom and your power, and that lives in your womb. Lots of love, and as we say in Embody Birth, Mama stay till next time.